Hello everyone, I'm Louis Mercier. I'm a second year PhD student working for both CEA and EPFL, and I will talk to you about the carbon resources and cycle in the energy system transition and why it is important. So in the energy system transition, we want to defossilize our society, but there is some sector that we can't defossilize, and these sectors we can decarbonize and we want to defossilize these sectors. It's, for example, the case for the chemical sector, the maritime shipping sector, and the aviation sector. These sectors have a need for carbonaceous vector because they have carbon in their chemical composition, or because there is a need for a high energy density vector to power them. It's, for example, the case for the aviation sector, which by 2050, according to the IEA, will be powered still at 99% by carbonaceous vector, with only 19% of fossil fuel. So there is a need for producing the remaining 80% of carbonaceous vector, which are not fossil fuel. And so this is why the carbon cycle for energy is an important question for the energy system. So we have this carbon cycle for energy is based on the fact that we need to reach net zero greenhouse gases emission in the atmosphere. Greenhouse gases emission can be from different sources. So there is emission of CO2. Emissions of CO2 can be either centralized or decentralized. If the emissions are centralized, you can capture the carbon directly at the output of the plant. You can capture directly the carbon in the atmosphere. And with this carbon, you have two options. You can sequestrate it and remove it from the cycle, or you can use it and combine it with, for example, hydrogen to produce what we call e-fuels. And use it like in aviation sector. Another important carbon resource in the system is the biomass, which can be used in the system, and you can also sequestrate carbon with the biomass, and you can transform new biomass into biofuel and use it like e-fuel in the corresponding sectors. You can also enhance your biofuel production by the addition of hydrogen, which enhances the carbon and energy yield of the process. With these different carbon resources, you can produce the chemicals. And so the carbon cycle for energy is important because if you want to reach the net zero objective, you have to exactly offset the carbon that comes in the system in black by what comes out of the system in pink. And this is why it's important to look at the different resources of carbon in the system. So, because we will decrease the black sources of CO2, and we have a limited resources of biomass. And so this is what I study using the energy scope tool, which is an energy system model, and which has an early resolution solving in 1 minute, and it's an open source and open data model, obviously. And I enhanced this model with a carbon flow quantification, which gives this magnificent Sankey diagram of carbon flows in the French energy system, carbon neutral French energy system. And so if you want to learn more about this Sankey diagram, you can come and see me for my poster this afternoon. Thank you.